welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Michelle Sidoan, and I am new to YouTube. This is something I've been wanting to do forever, so finally, recently, I took my courage after being motivated by a video that I saw online, and I decided to do it. On this channel, I'm going to be sharing pretty much life lessons. I'm a psychiatric nurse practitioner, and I love the insights that I get from that. So I'll be talking about that a little bit. I'm a single mother. I'm a traveler. I'm a wannabe writer, and I was finding that posting on Instagram, on social media, while writing, I couldn't quite convey the messages that I wanted, so I decided to open a podcast and just talk to the camera because, hey, why not? Thank you for being here. If you new to my channel, please subscribe and come back, and hopefully you'll learn a thing or two. And yeah, let's get into it. So today I just wanted to talk about the various ways in which we change as we grow and mature. I sometimes I feel like I don't even recognize myself from who I was a few years ago. I remember I used to be so much more fearless. Part of it was because I simply didn't care. I went through life. I was just kind of breezing through life with my goals that nothing was going to prevent me from achieving, and I just didn't. I'm one of those people, and I didn't realize until not long ago. I put my blinders on, and everything else around just doesn't even matter. As everything else, it's double edged, right? It has the positive side, I'm able to reach my goals, and then the negative side is everything else falls by the wayside. So that's something that's happened growing up, going to school with my objectives, and everything else kind of fell to the wayside. I have some friends. I'm from Cameroon in Central Africa. I have some friends who keep one friend in particular keep mentioning how I've changed so much over the years. How he used to think I was so American, and then that over the past few years I become more Cameroonian, or at least embracing that culture better. And I first level, he never took the chance to get to know me back then. He had his preconception, and a lot of the things that he mentions are things that he kind of witnessed from afar, and I can't really take those as quality value. However, there's a grain of salt, right? And that grain of salt is that yes, of course I've changed. I'm human. I'm growing. I'm developing. I'm learning every single day. If I don't change, then I'm dead. Then I still have a long life to live. So of course I'm changing every single day. I'm learning. I'm making mistakes. I'm watching other people and learning from their mistakes, and I'm consuming material that's helping me learn and grow. So yes, I'm changing. And with time, I hope I'm turning into a better person, but hopefully a less fearful person. I became a mother 6 years ago, and since I become a mother, I feel definitely my life has changed. But personally too, I become more fearful. I found myself praying more, mostly for his safety, but also just for a better world. Things seem to touch me deeper than they used to touch me, and I'm more able to just kind of stop and contemplate things. And also, my chosen field of psychiatry, I get to listen to so many point of views, and that feeds into my life in a way that I'm able to kind of slow down and be empathetic and kind of consider other people's point of views, which are things that I didn't always used to do. I can be stubborn. I can be very stubborn, and it wasn't always obvious because I've always been calm, quiet, and collected, and just kind of in my corner. Not because I was shy, just again because I didn't care whatever you guys were doing. That was on you, none of my business. I'm not like that anymore, for better or worse. I'm getting more involved, and of course, that comes with its own consequences. It has its frustrations. But I think life is fuller now because of that than it was back then. And then also, I used to be more able to say no, more black and white in a way. I either agreed or I disagreed. And if you wanted to argue about it, well, that was on you. I was already gone. I didn't have the patience for all of that. Save the arguments for somebody else. I made up my mind, and this was what we're going to go with. Thankfully, and I'll say thankfully because I think it's more advantageous now that I've changed, I've matured, and it's a good thing. But I don't like the fear that has come with that also. I just the fear of other people's opinions, the fear of consequences, the fear of maybe not being liked, um, and all of that. And it's just like, man, I wish I had experienced the growth without so much of that. Like I miss the days when I didn't really care what people used to think about me. Um, I'm trying to not let it weight as much right now, and I think I'm doing a fairly good at it. I'm doing a fairly good job. And yes, there's a wide spectrum between not caring and caring too much. So I'm trying to find the just middle. So I'm working on that. Um, um, yeah, and then I have more of gray zones. Because I've experienced so much. I've traveled um, places. I've met some amazing people. I've learned about a variety of cultures. I have friends of all cultures who speak different languages. I've lived in different places. So all of that has definitely shaped me into the person that I am today. And as a woman, I would say I'm proud of who I've become. I'm able to take care of myself. And I'm able to help my loved ones and help people in needs. And I'm very grateful to be in a place where I can do that. I do not take that for granted. And I'm good about setting my boundaries. It shifts every now and then, but for the most part, I think I'm fairly good about shape my boundaries, which is excellent. And I'm continuing to learn and grow. I consume a lot of podcasts. I'm trying to get back to reading books, physical books especially, so that my son can witness me sitting down reading. Since I became a mother, that's something else. I used to love reading, but since I became a mother, I just don't have as much time, or at least I make excuses for it. But when my baby was still a baby, I was listening to a lot of podcasts, and I'm in of audiobooks, and I kind of just stayed in that habit, and actually physically sitting down and reading a book has become very much of a challenge for me. So it's something that I have to retrain myself to do, and I want to do that so much for him. I mean, it's better for my eyes, and there's something about sitting down and reading also that's very beneficial. And I really want my son to witness me doing that so that he doesn't always see me on the phone. I'll be the first to admit that I spend too much time on my phone. Um, uh, so I want that to be something that we work on together. Uh, so that's that. And then I'm learning more about food. I've for the past what for most of my adulthood, really, I've been physically active, but despite that, I keep putting on weight. So I'm trying to learn more about food, about like portion control and the healthier foods to eat, the balance between proteins and carbs and all of that. I ordered some rice coffee. They said they shipped it, so I'm looking forward to trying that so that it can help with. They say it will help with belly fat. So I'm looking forward to that with bloatiness. That's something that I struggle with. So yeah, learning and growing and having more empathy for other people and trying to understand the journey that they've been on. Understand that everybody has their own personal stories and nobody's perfect. I'm definitely not perfect. And understanding that my parents are just individuals too, somebody's kids also, and they did the best they could while they were raising us, and they continue to do the best that they can, and acknowledging that they don't know everything, I don't know everything, learning how to take other people's opinions with just a little grain of salt. People will always something that I'm assuming everybody goes through this, where I feel like people are always trying to tell me about myself, and and I always find that to be so funny. It's hilarious when people will say things about me as if they're statements of fact, and it always blows my mind. And a lot of the time, it's people who don't really know me. It's they get a certain perception from social media, and they of course think they have the